What's going on, guys? KCRC Rock Bouncer here with my brand new 1.9 Wraith that I said 2 weeks ago that I didn't like it and I would not get it. It might have been a month ago, however long ago, whenever it was unveiled. I wasn't a big fan of it right away because I've got a 1.9 Wraith and I just wasn't able to see close enough, but that was before it was actually released. It was the pre-release photos. But anyways, this video is just a quick review of what I've seen and the couple hours I've been working on it. So far already, I've changed the battery plug. Is this the circle with the D? And I think it is says Dev on one side and IC3 on the other. Never used this. I went ahead and switched it out already. Just as you heard, battery just got finished. I already resoldered a Dean's on there. Ample amount of room in here, guys. These are the batteries I've been running. These little 1900 Boca batteries. This company actually went out of business. It's an 85C discharge, and what is it? It's something crazy like 170 max, like burst output. Problem is, unlike some people have already said, short batteries are not going to work in here. You got to have a full-size hard case or a full-size soft. I would recommend 3S, 2S personally. Unless you have a high discharge rated battery, I would just suggest 3S. I feel like it doesn't have to work so hard. Anyways, next thing I did already, which obviously, before I get to that, I changed the wheels and tires. I was not a fan at all of the wheels and tires that came on there. Maybe the wheels, it's not that I didn't like them, I just didn't like how big they were for this truck. So my son, as soon as he saw them, he was a huge fan and said, "Hey, can I have them?" It's like, absolutely, why not? Can I have the ones that I gave you for your truck that you don't like because they're too small? Which are these ones. He said sure, and I already cut these tires too, so super aggressive cut, really good for crawling, really good for hill climbing, but kind of a nice sweet trade-off. And it worked because he had the Vanquish hexes on this too, so it has the Vanquish hexes with those wheels and tires, and he's happy. So I'll move that out of the way because I got a little comparison too. We got my 1.9 Wraith with an actual Wraith chassis and Wraith skid. So other thing I did was went ahead, got rid of the dog bones. I had some extras, so went ahead and put universals in both sides at the front. And then there's the other one. That's a better look at it. And then right here, these steering link comes with a bunch of built-up material right here, which is a built-in bump stop that hits the knuckle. I took that down to the grinder, so now I'll have full throw in either direction. That's a cheap free mod that you can do that some people might not know about, so I figured I'd share that. Back to, so now I've got, by the way, I've got full crazy steering. I've not driven this truck yet. Just as soon as I got home, I knew I had some stuff that I already had. I didn't have to buy any of this because I already had it. Also, got a full-size spare in there, and it's kind of realistic. I'm kind of the dork, like, oh, well, how would I get it out? It actually comes right out without having to push real hard or anything. And hopefully it should hold itself in there, except for like a huge tumble or whatever. One last time, back to the tires. As you can see, these are 4.3 inches at full flex. I'm hitting the fender just perfectly. On the front, we're looking at the same thing. They'll push with that's full compression. So if you could imagine the stock tires that are on here are 4.7 inches. You're going to be into the body on a regular basis. So same with the front end. For some reason, Axial has not figured this out yet with their setups. My first vehicle was a Poison Spider Wraith, and I couldn't believe how often the tires would get hung up on the body and just over and over and over, and it drove me nuts. And then you had to trim the body, and then the body looked tacked up and didn't look as good as stock. Because like this looks awesome right now. This body, these lines and stuff, I would hate to have to trim all of this just to clear my tires. But luckily, that's a 12-inch wheelbase, and with these tires, I think it's perfect. So, anyways, we'll go ahead and finish this video up with a little side-by-side comparison. These are both running the same size tires. So, this is my personal built 1.9 Wraith. Some of you have seen it, some of you have not. If you're new to my videos, this has a full-size Wraith skid. This has the SCX10 skid with the new links. So I'll go ahead and turn it on their side so you can see a direct comparison. How about this? There we go. That works pretty dang good. So as you can see, this skid is way bigger than that one, substantially. I'm running twin hammer trailing arms on the one that I built, so the shocks are located on the trailing arms as opposed to located on the axle, which makes the rear end move around a little bit different. It is technically four-linked, triangulated four-linked, just because of being able to use the stock skid, and everything just kind of worked out perfect. But the difference for sure, this is triangulated four-length as well. Shocks are located on the axle, so it'll be a little better for crawling, in my opinion. There's no sway bar on this one, but on mine, as you can see, there is a sway bar, so that controls the chassis really doing a bunch of twists and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, I think the difference in wheelbase is about 1/2 inch. I believe this is right at 12.5, and these are at 12. So super cool, guys. Obviously non-full interior, just a little interior set in. You alright, Bubba?
Yeah.
Okay, you need some water?
No.
There's a drink next to you. Why don't you drink some of it? This is a full interior with full size figures. Everything's been done to this that I can do without setting in metal pieces and whatnot, which I kind of don't want to do just because I beat on it so much. If I made it too rigid, it'd start breaking apart real quick. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the quick comparison of the two. Really looking forward to seeing what this thing can do. Alright guys, check you later.